So what do you do when everything is changing around you? And I've been thinking there are three parts to belief: be, lie, and which influences the others in the organization. If we do not do things when they are small, we will deal with them when they are big. On this YouTube channel, I really want to talk about things that you can have conversations with your staff, because these discussions help us to have common definitions with each other and can really speed conversations in the future when there are issues that just kind of pop up. So what do you do when everything is changing around you? This happens for people in so many areas of their life, and because they don't have the language to discuss the fact that everything is changing, it turns into conversations at work oftentimes that are completely unrelated to the actual work issue that they're discussing. All right. This came up on a recent podcast interview that I participated in. We were talking about beliefs, and the gentleman was saying how, well, the word lie is in beliefs. And we kind of riffed on that for a little while. And I've been thinking there are three parts to belief: be, lie, and you can fill in whatever you want, but let's just say fun. Fun. I didn't realize that was that way. But we were on the podcast, we were riffing, and I was saying, if you can take a belief and piece it apart into its components and identify which are lies, then you can take away the lies, and what remains is truth. So a belief is not altogether bad. You can piece it apart, and once you have identified what is errant, you can remove it. And then it's no longer a belief. It's something that you know. It's something that you have studied. It's something you have incorporated into your life because you've taken the lie out of the belief. But you need to start by piecing things apart so you can put them back together in a way that makes a lot more sense. So what are the beliefs that people are bringing to work? And how is that affecting their work relationships? How is it affecting the way that you put yourself into your work? What are these beliefs? Because once you can take the lies out of them, everything looks a little more smooth. Everything looks a little more rational. So what I'm encouraging you to do is, when people, maybe not you, maybe someone in your organization, when people feel like everything is changing around them, we need to help them slow it down, take the components of what they're saying, allow them to brain dump, say all the things. You don't know how it's all fitting together, just let them get it all out. And then slow it down and take the piece parts and say, this component is a work thing, right? And it has to do with this workflow. Okay. And this component has to do with the same workflow. Okay. This component, I don't know that it's the same workflow. I think it belongs in this department. Is that right? Okay. And then this part, it doesn't feel like a work thing. Is this like a you thing? You can bring you things. You bring you to work. But let's put it in its rightful place. And then once you have organized those thoughts, how do we deal with this situation? And how do we deal with this one? Do you think, and I'm taking the role of a supervisor, do you think that now that we've pieced these apart, you can walk through your day and notice, oh, this came up, and you can put it in its category. Oh, this came up, and put it in its category. And then instead of creating a solution for things to never occur, we create a solution for this, create a solution for this, and then in each subsequent encounter with that employee, you say, hey, how are things going? What have you noticed? Have things become a little more clear? How else can I help you? Recognizing that some of the things in their life are not your place to address, but at the least you can point a big arrow and say, this isn't actually a work thing, or this is something I can give you some advice about, or we talked about this previously and this has been your responsibility. So what have you done? What do you think? What do you want to do? You can have these conversations with people and still have boundaries. At some point, we need to help the people around us, because if we don't help them when it's small, we will help them when it's big, and sometimes it's helping them to leave. And I'm more in the mindset that if we can help people when things are small, they will stick around for a very long time. They will appreciate working with you, which influences the others in the organization. If we do not do things when they are small, we will deal with them when they are big. And believe me, it is a bigger headache when you wait that long. So that's my 2 cents. I don't know your exact situation, but I'd love to hear what you think. See you later.